Next to me is the 2018 BMW M760i, the most expensive BMW ever made. In fact, with a price of $181,000, it costs as much as the average US home. Although, unlike the average US home, it has a V12. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds. So what is the 760 like to drive, and is it worth its astronomical price? Today, we're gonna find out just that. Special thanks to Bob Smith BMW of Calabasas, California for making this review possible. I've actually got a link in the description below if you want to find out more information about this exact M760. Under the hood of this luxurious sedan lies a 6.6 liter twin turbocharged V12. It makes 601 horsepower and 509 pound-feet of torque. V12s have been used in top-of-the-line sedans for a long time due to their smooth power delivery and elite status. But all 509 pound-feet of torque are available at just 1,550 RPMs. Being late to a meeting is never going to be an issue. The front of the M760 is aggressive yet classy. It has three massive grills that dominate the lower portion of the front bumper in order to differentiate it from the 740 and 750, although both of those models can be ordered with the optional M Sport package that makes the front of the cars virtually indistinguishable from the M760. This specific vehicle has been finished in individual frozen gray, which looks absolutely stunning. I know a satin finish seems a bit unorthodox for a luxury sedan, but it suits the 760 so well. Looking at the side of the M760, you can really get an idea of how long it really is. Everywhere else in the world, BMW offers both standard and long wheelbase versions of the 7 Series. However, in the US, where bigger is better, every single 7 Series comes as a long wheelbase model. Thus, the M760 measures 206.6 inches long, just a 1/10 of an inch shorter than the Mercedes S550. The 760 actually features functional aerodynamic elements on the side as well. That's right, this chrome detail does more than just improve aesthetics. BMW calls it the air breather. It's vented to allow air to escape from the front wheel housing out along the side of the car to reduce turbulence and increase efficiency. If you've enjoyed this video so far and you're not yet part of the Vehicle Virgins family, go ahead, smash that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on because we've got some awesome content coming your way. The M760 has two badges on the side to let onlookers know this isn't an ordinary 7 Series. We've got a small little M badge above the BMW air breather, and then a V12 logo right behind the C-pillar. Below that, we've got 20-inch style 760M wheels that suit the car very nicely. The starting price for this car is $156,000. This one has some serious options on it. That individual paint is expensive. For $3,400, we get the upgraded Bowers & Wilkins speaker system. We've also got the luxury rear seat entertainment package, a panoramic roof. There's even a refrigerator in the back to cool your champagne. Yes, a refrigerator. Up front, we've got the M Sport steering wheel. Feels very nice in your hands. We've got your typical iDrive controls as well as gear selector. We also have a nice center armrest that doubles as extra storage space with a USB charger there. I really like how all of the controls, for the most part, are touch screen. So for the cooled seats, we simply touch right here with a little fan, and then to change the temperature of the climate control, you actually just drag your finger along here. This 7 Series features full individual Tartufo merino leather, which is really hard to say, but what it translates to is some of the nicest, both feel-wise and visually pleasing-wise leather I have ever seen. The design in these seats with the nice diamond stitch up here and this white braided leather piping provides excellent contrast, especially with the white contrasted stitching. The seats feel phenomenal. The headrests are incredibly comfortable. You can even pull the headrests inwards like this to provide better support for your neck. Speaking of which, let's take this thing out for a drive, shall we? So what is the M760 actually like to drive? Well, inside the cabin, it is incredibly isolated from the outside world. It's kind of like your own personal escape, whether you're commuting to work or just going on a nice cruise or picking up groceries. It's such a relaxing experience behind the wheel of the M760. I can't even imagine what it's like in the rear seats. The suspension when in comfort mode is soothing and supple. The steering is nice and light. It floats over bumps like they aren't even there. Like the M760 is just throwing money at the bumps and making them disappear. In reality, the 760 employs BMW's active comfort drive with road preview. Now, what does that mean? Well, essentially, it is just an adaptive air suspension system. When you're going around corners, we've got an electromechanically controlled anti-roll system that limits body roll to keep the 7 Series flat in cornering. But the advantage of having active roll control is that when the steering is pointed straight, the system relaxes, providing you with a much more comfortable ride. We have 4 different driving modes: comfort, sport, eco, and adaptive. Comfort, very nice and easy to drive the vehicle. In sport, throttle response is increased tremendously. The second you press the pedal, the 7 Series is ready to go. It also opens the valves so you can hear that beautiful sounding V12. Honestly, I was expecting it to be so isolated that you couldn't hear any exhaust note penetrating the cabin, but when you floor it, it has such a lovely exhaust note, and on overrun, if you downshift, it actually crackles quite a bit. When you click Eco Pro mode, the dash alters. You've got these 2 dials, one for speed, although the speed only goes up to 80 miles an hour, suggesting you don't go any quicker to save fuel economy, and the other dial shows you the current readout of your fuel economy. And honestly, it's kind of depressing. This is a V12 twin turbo 7 Series. It's not gonna get the best fuel economy, and when you push the pedal down more than 1/10 of the way, it goes all the way to, oh, you're getting 0 fuel economy. So we're never gonna use that mode. Then we've got adaptive mode that scans the road and actually adjusts the suspension and the steering to the optimal position depending upon road conditions. Pretty cool. I'd likely drive most of the time in comfort mode with a bit of sport depending upon where I am. Now, this massive V12 is mated to an 8-speed Steptronic sport automatic transmission. It is specifically tuned for the V12 and shifts so seamlessly you don't even feel them when you're in comfort. And when you're in sport mode, shifts actually happen pretty quick. We've got steering wheel mounted paddles that feel nice in your hands. We've got typical BMW response regarding the paddles, which is instant. When you floor it, the power comes on smoothly and aggressively. And honestly, this 760 is so dang fast. It's unbelievable. It weighs 5,100 pounds, yet combining launch control, its all-wheel drive system, and 509 pound-feet of torque, it's able to accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds. Motor Trend tested the Ferrari Enzo from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. That's a V12 Ferrari flagship model that now costs millions of dollars and only seats 2 people. This is a comfortable, luxurious daily driver that seats 5, costs 10 times less, and also does 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. For those that like to have control of their own gears, the paddles are nice, although I don't imagine too many owners are going to be using them. Maybe perhaps their chauffeur wants to have a little bit of fun, and while you're cruising in the rear seats, they're enjoying shifting through the gears. The M760, it's not a true M car. If it was, it would be called the M7. Instead, it's the pinnacle of luxury with that bit of BMW performance mixed in. We have that beautiful sounding V12. The steering, while in sport mode, is much lighter than you'd expect from an M variant, but that's what you want in an M760. If all of a sudden the suspension was super harsh and they tried to make it just based on handling, that's not the point of a large 206.6-inch 5,100 pound sedan. This is much more like the Mercedes S65 AMG with a softer suspension, a more casual acceleration with that big V12, whereas the S63 AMG is more towards the sportiness aspect. Same with the Audi S8. But for a lovely combination of both, the M760 does a fantastic job. To improve performance, efficiency, and agility, BMW has incorporated carbon fiber elements into the passenger cell. That drops weight as well as reduce the center of gravity. However, this is not a complete carbon fiber monocell like you would see on a supercar. I've pulled over because, to be honest, the best place to be in the M760 is in the back. What do you get for $181,000? Well, for one, we have heated and cooled seats. They're also massaging too. Not just in the front, the rear passengers get massaging seats as well. And just in case you get bored of the first 7 options, they've given you 8 different massage types. If I pull down this center armrest here, you'll notice there is actually a 7-inch tablet hidden within it. You can control the ambient lighting in the interior. You can control your seats, even the climate control, the radio, the navigation. You'll also notice you have all the controls for the rear seats as well on the center armrest. I don't know why you would want it this far up. Definitely going to recline it a bit. Oh, that's nice. And if you don't want to use the tablet, you can also manually control the climate in this area here. We've also got rear entertainment screens for watching movies or playing Fortnite. You can even see radio and navigation information there as well. Above me is the panoramic skyroof. We're gonna go ahead and open this Alcantara cover by pressing this button to the right of me. Because BMW has decided that 2 moonroofs is for peasants, they've actually added LEDs into the moonroofs themselves. That's right, there are little LEDs in here that can be set to 6 different colors to set the mood inside the cabin at nighttime. And they work in conjunction with the ambient lighting through the rest of the cabin as well. Do you need LEDs in your moonroof? Absolutely not. But it's freaking awesome. The rear of the M760 is an incredible place to be. This is one of those cars where you could honestly spend 8 hours in the back, be entertained and comfortable, and exit the vehicle without a whole bunch of back problems you didn't have before you got into the car. And the amount of technology that they've packed into the 760 is honestly staggering. And for $181,000, well, it seems like a ton of money in comparison to the Rolls-Royce Ghost that starts at $312,000 and doesn't offer nearly the amenities this does, and the Mercedes S65 AMG that starts at $230,000. It almost starts to seem like a bargain. Let's go ahead and take this out. I'll put on the point of view camera, show you what it's like to drive the M760 from a first-person point of view. The visibility of this car is very good. Frontal visibility, of course, it's a big sedan, no surprise there. But over your shoulder and out the rear, there's basically no obstructions. And especially because of that dual sunroof, the cabin feels incredibly airy and spacious. Now, when we put it in sport, the character of the 760 changes altogether. The throttle response is instantaneous. The exhaust is a lot louder. Let's go ahead and put it over in manual mode. I am pretty impressed of how responsive the paddles are, given the fact that this is a 760, not a BMW M4. Overall, the M760 has blown me away, from the features it offers to how comfortable it is, to its price point compared to its competitors. It really is an extremely appealing package. Yes, $181K is a lot of money, but for what you're getting, it really is a bargain. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on. I look forward to seeing you next video.